Hi everyone, I'm Michael, this is Leah. We both work in the Student Wellbeing Service. Thanks very much for joining us on our next podcast. This podcast, what we wanted to talk about today was about starting university, the transition.
And the myths.
Yeah, and the myths, and we want to bust some of those myths.
Yeah.
So starting university is always billed as the most exciting, one of the best times of your life, but I know it can be also the most scariest, like anxiety provoking.
Seriously.
Yeah, so what we wanted to do is just to kind of talk about it in more detail and give you as much information as possible so you know what you're letting yourself in for.
But before we start that, who are you, Michael? I think we need to know a bit more about you.
Okay.
So let me decide, what is your favourite colour?
Okay, my favourite colour is green. Not just because you're wearing it today, Leah. I really like green because it's a really tranquil colour. It reminds me of like plants, of trees, and I also heard, I don't know whether this is true, that green kind of provokes like creativity.
Oh,
yeah.
I love that.
And since I heard that, I think that's kind of made me biased towards green as well.
Are you quite a creative person?
No, but I think if I like green, it might provoke me to being a bit more creative.
Okay, I see where you're going with that.
Okay, what's your favourite colour?
You're not going to believe this. My favourite colour is green.
I knew, just like that.
Exactly. Yeah, for the same reasons. Whenever I see...
About creativity.
Well, I try to be a bit creative here and there, but I didn't know the creative aspect of it, so now I'm going to really look at that. But I think for me, just looking at nature, I can feel it already happen to me, feeling calmer, feeling more relaxed, feeling like I can take the next step. What's your favourite animal?
Okay, I've got two if that's allowed.
That's allowed.
So, first kind of domestic animal is a cat.
Good choice.
I was always brought up with cats in the house, and yeah, I've got a black and white cat.
What's your cat's name?
Yeah, it's called Louis.
Good name.
Yeah. And my other favourite animal is a panda. Yeah, the reason
black
being...
and white theme.
Yeah, it's a bit of black and white theme going,
yeah.
The reason I love pandas is because I was in China for a few years ago. I was working there and I was travelling a bit, and I got to go to the Sichuan in Sichuan province, panda research facility, and it was one of the best days of my life.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just unreal. I couldn't believe I was actually seeing a panda in the flesh. It was the best day of my life.
I can almost feel it, the amazement coming off you. That is cool.
Yeah. Okay, your favourite animal?
See, I don't know, I feel like I'm following you now. I don't mean to copy you, but I also love cats as a domestic. And I think for a wild animal, I've really got a very strong appreciation for the lion.
Okay.
I do love it.
Why? Because of their
maybe it's
prowess, their power?
Yeah, something like that. And they just don't take any nonsense from anyone or anything, do they? And I like that.
Okay.
Obviously smaller cats have it, but yeah, I like
Now that you said that and I know your personality, I'm like, okay, she's a bit
I'm a lioness. Yes. Okay, I think we know a bit more about each other now.
Okay, cool. Right, so let's try it and bust some myths.
Okay.
So you've done some amazing research and you've printed something off Google. So let's pick one at random and let's kind of see what it is.
First year doesn't count.
Okay, yeah, I hear this all the time.
Yeah, so do I.
Yeah, not true.
Not true, seriously not true. Okay, let's talk about the academic side of it. 40%, that's what everyone comes up and says to me. I only need to get 40%. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's the minimum you need just to pass a module. So if that's your kind of goal, then your aspirations aren't the highest.
No, it's not like you're getting much more.
Yeah, and that won't help you when it comes to your second and third year, which will count towards your overall degree classification.
And you're building the foundations in your first year, so all of that information will feed into your second and third year. And also it means you've got a bit more time and you can do so many cool things for that first year that you might not get, particularly in your third year.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not just about your mark as well. In your first year, you should really get involved in as much kind of voluntary stuff as possible. When you've finished your degree, you want to have so much work experience, you want to volunteer, and so when you do start applying for these jobs that you want after uni, you're in a really strong position compared to someone that's just got a degree but no experience.
You stand out.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got another one for you.
Oh wait, can I add one more point on that?
Yeah, go on.
When I first got my first essay back and I got the feedback, Oh, I got an awful mark. Awful. Like, I just scraped a pass, But that kind of set me back, and I was like, oh God, this is really difficult. Like, maybe I can't do university standard work.
Okay.
But maybe that was a blessing in disguise for me, because that made me kind of give me the kick up the butt that I needed. I was like, okay, I better put more effort into this. And then, yeah, gradually I noticed in my second, third year, my marks got better and better and better as I learned to write in the university style and stuff like that. Because it's a massive jump from like BTECs or GCSEs and A-levels to then university style essay writing.
Yeah, and it's fascinating actually the differences between A-level and university degree, particularly in terms of the essay writing. And there's support here as well. If you are struggling with your essay writing, there's learning and development. You can come up, if you feel that you may have a learning issue, you can come up to wellbeing.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, definitely don't struggle if you get 40
No.
or lower. I won't ask you what you got.
Okay, what's the next myth?
Okay then, your student loan is free money.
Yeah, I hear this all the time as well. It's unfortunate Rebecca's not here from the student funding service. So yeah, it's not free money, but I can see how you get this massive lump sum of money just thrown into your bank account.
I'm rich.
You feel like you're the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
You've never had that amount of money before, and it's so easy just to spend it like that, especially with like big hello events. Students can blow their whole budget within 3-4 weeks.
I know, and it's quite scary then towards the end of term when you think, oh, I'm over my overdraft, I've asked my mum and dad for every penny I can, what do I do?
They're living off pasta and bread.
Beans, lots of beans. So yeah, definitely see what you can do with
it. Budget.
Okay, another one.
Okay.
The friends you make at university are for life.
Not true.
Okay, tell me.
It can be. You can meet some amazing people and they could be friends for life. And hopefully that's the case with you. But you change so much as you get older. You develop different interests. People gradually grow different ways.
Yeah.
You might lose contact with certain people. And you may make more friends outside of university. And when you get older, circumstances, things change. I think it's just about enjoying the moment and appreciating the people that you have in your life at that particular moment in time.
Yeah. And it's not necessary that you're going to suddenly connect with everyone on your floor if you're on campus.
No, it's impossible because it's like situational. You're put there, not necessarily because we know that you like certain things, so we all put you in the same hall.
It's really random.
Yeah.
And as a commuter student, it's much more difficult to make those friends, I find, that what I hear from other commuter students. So what could commuter students do?
Well, I think we've touched on it on other podcasts. It's like joining a club or society is always an amazing thing to do because you do meet like-minded people with similar interests. And it's incredibly difficult. If you are commuting in, go to your lectures and leave, you need another reason to be there to meet other students. Otherwise, you're only going to meet the people in your cohort or your course.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that too. But one thing I found, I don't know if you've noticed this, is that some students will say to me, I won't speak to anyone on my course. I'll literally go to my lecture, listen to my lecture and leave and not actually speak to anybody. But it makes me think about all those other people on that course are doing exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And everyone actually wants to meet each other, everyone wants to make friends. It just takes that one person to step out their comfort zone and say, hiya.
You have to be brave.
Yes, it's about being brave at university.
It's starting the conversation and then it will flow from there.
Yeah, exactly.
So think of a one-liner just to like start in a conversation. Could be really awkward. I remember I was in a bar once and we dared one of my friends to speak to someone that he found attractive.
Okay.
And his way of breaking the ice was he had some paper clips in his pocket.
Okay.
He slid it down the table and was like, excuse me, these are your paper clips.
That was her.
Yeah, because they found it so funny that they would just start a conversation and it started from there.
See, that's the way forward, right? Even if it means being a little bit silly or just doing something that doesn't feel comfortable initially.
Okay.
Great. Next one. Every single moment in university is going to be fun.
No, absolutely not.
Oh no, why am I coming?
Hopefully the majority of the moments will be.
Yeah.
But in order to appreciate the highs, you must experience the lows.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'll be tough, especially around exams, deadline periods. That's when the pressure's on and you're working, you're feeling a little bit of stress. But if you can manage your time, you can avoid that. You're going to meet some amazing people, you're going to go to some amazing activities, but yeah, not all of them will be the best times.
And I think there's something around balance. So, you know, have those fun times, go out, have great times, but also take care of yourself. Make sure that you're looking after your physical and your mental health, and make sure that you're doing all your work, because there's nothing bigger than, as a mood killer than the day before deadline with nothing written. That I cannot imagine. The stress.
I always hear so many students saying, oh, I need that pressure. That's just what I need to get the work done, otherwise I won't do it. I think that's kind of a negative reinforcement, that they've left it late so many times, had the pressure, stayed up all night, got a piece of work done, but in my experience it's never the best piece of work they could ever produce. And they could have got a much better mark if they had planned the time well.
Definitely. Plan.
Yep.
Okay. And another one.
Yep.
You need to live up to the student stereotype.
What is the student stereotype?
Well, I don't know nowadays.
Yeah, it's changing now. Modern student.
Exactly.
I guess the traditional stereotype is being into alcohol, drinking a lot, going out most nights, stumbling into lectures hungover, doing a little bit of work late, but I think that's old-fashioned stereotype now.
Definitely. And there's so many different types of students coming through now. And a lot of students will have jobs. Because, you know, paying for your own fees is a
huge
expensive
amount,
business. And if you've got jobs, then going out and getting drunk every night is definitely not going to happen.
No.
Alcohol alone costs quite a lot of money. So, yeah, what do you think if someone doesn't conform to this stereotype? Do you think they get ostracised by other students? No,
but I mean, there will be that type of student that is really interested in extrovert and goes out to nightclubs and bars and drinks a lot. But there'll be so many other students that are the total opposite, and they're really into their academic studies, they're into the cinema, they're into art, they're into exercise, yoga mindfulness. And it's about, over time, you'll find those type of people that you're into, and they're the ones that you'll have a relationship with. But it might just take time, it might take joining the society to kind of get to meet those type of people. And also, if you can't find those people at university, there are, you know, societies, there's classes, there's courses, there's clubs outside of university. We're really lucky around here to have so much going on. I'm sure there's someone for everyone. Okay, let's try and finish with one more. One more, okay. Make it a good one. Okay, let's see. Do you want an academic one or do you want a social one? Let's go social. Okay. You need to join every society. No, because you won't have time. No, it's good to kind of manage your time. Like you talked about self-care earlier. Yeah, we're saying volunteer and do this, do that, but you do have to take care of your own health before thinking that I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. You can only do so much. You're a human being. None of us are perfect. Just choose something that you're most passionate about and that you get the most enjoyment out of. But you can't do everything, so don't try to. Absolutely, I agree. Okay. Cool. Well, I hope we managed to bust some myths. I hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to get your feedback on the podcast. So if you comment, or hopefully constructive comments, if not, but we'd love to take it on board. And we also want to get more students participating in podcasts that we're going to run throughout the term. So if you are interested in that as well, please comment or message us or get in contact on social media, because we'd love to have you sitting here giving your point of view of your own experiences. Great. Thank you. Bye.